Welcome back. My name is Simon Peter from Uganda. I'm trying to help people understand the MTN API documentation as well as creating their testing. So I'm using Postman. The first 3 videos we tested from the sandbox itself, and then now we are using Postman, and this is part 5. All right. So we already created a user in the previous video in Postman. We created the user, the API key, and then the API. The API key, and then we also checked if the user is already present. So in this user, we're going to create our token, the token that we're going to be using in our collections. All right. So with me, I have I used collections as my. So with me, I have different things. One, we are at the page where we're creating the token, and this is what they need. One, they need an authorization to a subscription key. All right, and then that authorization, when we're requesting for a token, this is the URL we need. All right, so I'm going to come to Postman and then duplicate this. All right, and then I rename it. Let me rename it to get token. All right, so remember that in Sublime Text, I saved my items. I saved the X reference ID that I used to create the user, and I saved also the token itself. All right, so first things first. One, I'm going to make sure that I remove the content type so that I remain with only the subscription key. All right. Then I also want to make sure that I post to the right address. All right, so I'm going to come and post to the right address. Let me come here. This is the URL I'm supposed to post to. All right, so let me change that. Command V and then save. And then I come here, authorization, and then I choose basic auth. All right, so under basic auth, this is what I have. I have my username. I paste the username that they need is your subscription key, your UUID, the X reference ID you used to create the user. So this is the X reference ID we use to create the user. So I copy this and then paste it there. And then they also need the API key. All right, so I've just generated another API key, and this is it. And then I'm going to copy it and then come here and then paste it. Okay, and you can see that. That's all you need. The next thing you have to do is send. All right, and what it has generated for you here is the token that you're going to be using to do what? To send to the server, to send to the sandbox to access these other items. All right, so let me save this, and then we go to now when you're making a collection. So all I have to do is duplicate. So I'm going to duplicate that. All right, so we are making our first request to pay. So request to pay. All right, so in the request to pay, what do they need? I come back here. All right, so I want to know what they need in the request to pay. One, they need an access token. They need an authorization, and that authorization will be bearer. So before we needed the basic authorization, now we need to get a token, and then we're going to give it a bearer. All right, then they need a callback URL. This one you may not need it. You don't need it. Then a new X reference ID that is going to be tied to that token. All right, so that okay, we're going to see the use of that, and then a target environment, which is going to be the sandbox, and then the content type, and then the subscription key. So let me come to Postman. All right, so in our headers, we need a new X reference ID. All right, we need a content type, and then we need also a target environment. So I need to add it. We need to put them in this order. All right, so I need to add a target environment, copy. All right, come and paste it here in Postman, Command V, which is going to be sandbox. Sandbox is our target environment. Alright, so I'm just going to arrange them in order. The first thing they need is authorization too. They need authorization, so I copy that, come and paste it here. Authorization. Alright, so let me just arrange them in order. Okay, authorization, then we don't X reference ID, and then we don't need a callback URL, and then we need a target environment, and then content type. Okay, X reference ID, target environment, content type, and then alright, so what do I need? One, I need an authorization. I'm going to do that. Mango. We need a new subscription key. Now this, when you're programming, this will have to change. It will need to be auto-generated again and again and again. Alright, so let's have another one. This is the new one. So let me copy the new one. Alright, and then paste it here. Sorry, where is that? So I'm going to paste it here. Alright, and then yes, sandbox, and then so even in the body they need something. So what do they need in the body? They need this. They need to know the amount. So right now you're requesting the user to pay. The user will click on a button, the user will come and purchase an item, then they send, pay. So when they send to the server, it sends a message onto their cell phone requesting for them to enter their PIN, okay, mobile money PIN, and then you'll be waiting to see if they have accepted or rejected. Alright, so we're going to paste this in the body. Okay, so in the body, one, we need an amount. I'm just putting any amount. Then the currency, the sandbox testing currency is EUR, and then an external ID. The external ID here is any number, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then the party ID is from our testing numbers, okay? So I'm going to go to the documentation and look at testing, and then look at our testing numbers. So these are our testing numbers. I've always been using this number that will give me pending in the first 30 seconds and then success. Alright, so I come to Postman and paste that, the party ID, and then any number now, and I mean any message, okay, and then please pay up, please pay. Alright, so that's what we need in the body, and then now remaining is our what? Is our authorization. Alright, so I'm going to go back to the token because I'm very sure this token has already expired. Then I send and I get another token. Alright, so I'm going to use this token, now the new token. So I'm going to copy it, sorry. Alright, right click, copy, and then come to my request to pay, and then all I have to do this time around is type the word bearer, and then put space, and then Command V, I paste my token and send. Oh, my mistake again, I've not changed the word. I have not changed the URL to the one for the request to pay. Alright, so let me do that. Here is the URL to the request to pay. Command V, alright. So let me post. Okay, so it's a bad request. I've already done mistakes. It's a bad request. I'll have to repeat that. Alright, so delete. I'm going to duplicate this. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to change is that so that I do not forget. I'm going to make a request to pay, and then I don't think I need anything in the authorization. Let me see if I change. I don't need anything in the authorization. Let me send again. See? Okay, so it has been accepted. So all we needed to do is eliminate the authorization so that we send the request to pay side. So let me save that. Let me save that to Momo so that I can get rid of this. Don't save. Alright, so all I need to do is let me delete this and then rename this to request to pay. Request to pay to pay. Alright, so we need to verify our request to pay. So we need to verify our request to pay. So this is when you checking if the user has accepted or rejected, and that's when you get these responses that the documentation is talking about here in the testing numbers. So you send to the user to see if they have accepted. So you can choose to send after 1 minute to see if they have accepted, or 30 seconds, it will depend. Alright, so how do you check? You come to this one, request to pay now, X reference ID. Alright, so I'm going to duplicate the other request to pay. This one, I'm going to duplicate it, mango. Alright, so what do I need? One, I need to add that actual X reference ID here. This one that has made that particular request to pay, and it is tied to that token. Alright, so I'm going to copy this. Alright, and then I add it here, Command V, and then I don't need this, I don't need this, but I need these others. Okay, so let me check, try it, let me see. So I need the authorization. Okay, I need the authorization, let me see. I need the authorization, I need the authorization, which is this, and then which other thing do I need? I need the authorization. I need the target environment. Okay, I need the target environment, and then the subscription key. Alright, so let me send, and this is the response we need. We need the response. The response will be what we send to the server. Alright, so let me send. So the response should be what we have here in the body. Okay, so let me send. I've just removed the body so that we see. The response should be what we gave it in the body. Alright, so it is not found. Let me see. What haven't I done? Okay, let me come and copy this actual URL. So let me copy this and paste it here in Postman. Command V. Alright, which other item? The X reference ID has been pasted already. The target environment is sandbox, content type. Okay. Do I need the body back? Alright, let me send again. No, I do not need this body. Alright, so let me do a little check from my... I do not even need to check. My mistake. I'm supposed to get. So let me send. Alright, very well, it has replied what I sent to it. But then, again, my item has expired. So I'm going to send another token with another X reference ID. Oh, sometimes it's confusing. You may forget something small. Okay. So I'm going to send another token with the X reference ID. So this time around, let me paste that X reference ID here so that we can snap everything in time. Then let me go to the request to pay, and then I put that same other new X reference ID here. Okay, and then I go and get the token. So I'm doing it in reverse so that I can snap the time. Alright, so I'm going to get, this is the new token. It expires in a few minutes. So I just need to come here and then copy all this and then type the word bearer again. Bearer. And then paste. So Command V, I'm pasting the new token and then send. Yes, it has been accepted. Then I need to come to the request to pay here. A get request to pay. Let me rename it. get request to pay. So let me save it. So it's supposed to be a get. It's supposed to be a get. I had sent a post. So let me send it. All right. It's okay. No, it's not okay. I'm supposed to have a certain response. Okay, is it the right? Yes, it says it's okay, but then it's supposed to give me a response here, and that response I've not received. The response I'm supposed to get. All right, so okay, let me first send a request to pay. So it says it's already existing. I think it's something I've mixed up, and then when I send here, I'm supposed to get a result. Which result I'm not getting? So the result I'm supposed to get is if really this exists. Okay, so it is existing. Okay, so let me first see the response I'm supposed to get, so that we do it again and we make sure that we get the right responses. All right, so the response I'm supposed to get is this, and then this, if it's successful or pending. So let me reload again and get another X reference ID. So copy this. All right, so let me copy this, copy, and then come to Postman. All right, so I'm going to go to the request to pay and paste that new X reference ID. Remember, it's supposed to change. And then I'm going to go to the token. I'm going to go to the get request to pay and paste that same X reference ID that I'm going to use. All right, then all I have to do is now generate a token. So I'm going to send. So this is my new token. I copy that token, come to my request to pay, and then select everything. Okay, and then type BR, and then Command V. So I'm pasting. All right, and then the border is still okay, and then send. Okay, so it is accepted. Therefore, when I send here, I need to get a response. Send. Come on, it's saying it's okay, but I'm not seeing any response like it gave me before. Oh my God, what is it? What? Okay, I've not changed the token. That's the issue. All right, so let me come here and copy this token. I've not changed the token. I've not changed the token. So I need to paste that same token there and send. Come on. Oh my God. Let me repeat it again. I'm very sorry. Let me repeat it again. All right, so I copy this, copy, then come to Postman, get request to pay. I'm putting a new X reference ID, Command V, and then come to the request to pay. I put the same X reference ID, Command V. All right, go and get a token. So I send. I'm getting a new token. Okay, so copy this token. All right, then I'm going to first come and then paste that new token here. So BR and then Command V. I'm pasting the new token. All right, then I'm also going to go to the request to pay, BR, and then Command V. All right, so all I need to do is send that request to pay. All right, so it has been accepted, and then send the same. Come on, this is saying 200, okay, but I'm not getting the I'm not getting the response that I need. Okay, here it is, the response in the body. I was just not seeing it. So it is pending, and then after 30 seconds, I send again. It's supposed to show successful. That's what the documentation is telling us here. After 30 seconds, it's supposed to show me that it is successful. So on a hunch, I'm counting those 30 seconds. Hope it won't have expired. Alright, so I do think maybe they are over. Let me send again. It is still pending. Come on. Alright, so let me wait. If I don't get it well, I'll find when it has expired. It will give me the status. But I was just missing that. Can you imagine? Okay, so it is kind of confusing, but I won't remove those mistakes, and I'm not recording the videos again or editing them, so that you can also see those mistakes that I've been making, and they will help you, they will help you catch up, because you may forget just something small, instead of sending a get, you're sending a post. Okay, and then, all right, so let me send again. Still pending. Alright, so as it is pending, so let me show you. If you want to share this collection in Postman, it's easy. You come to file, okay, and you come to, let me see, it's easy. I'm not seeing the, okay, I can export this. Where is the export? I'm just not seeing it. Maybe new environment, mock server. Alright, so let me go to the collection. Let me click on the collection, and I see. Do I need to edit share? Okay, so you can choose to share the collection, and then what are you sharing? Okay, I want to share the whole collection, so let me press cancel. So I'm going to come to the whole folder, and then I choose I want to share. Alright, so what am I sharing? Should I get a link? Okay, so I can choose to get a link, so it is fetching a link, so I can copy this link. Alright, I copy it, and then I just go to my wherever I want to post it, and then I paste it. For example, let me come to this channel of ours where I'm streaming. Alright, so somewhere here I'm going to paste this collection that I'll delete later. So those of you who want to get that actual collection that I've worked on, so there it is. So all you need is to copy this. So you need to come back to Postman, and then you choose new, okay, and then you choose, oh no, you choose import. Sorry, so what do you want to import? Do you want to import a file? Do you want to import from a link? So I'm going to paste that exactly, and then I choose import. Alright, and guess what? It is saying a collection MomePay YouTube Live already exists, so it would have, so I'm going to import as a copy, so it will create a collection for you. Right, and that collection you can do what? And that collection over there, you can use it for reference. And then there is exporting a file. I think I haven't drilled into that. But if you know how to use Postman, I think you can do that. There's exporting a file. I think I've not drilled into that. How to export an actual file. Okay, so let me see if I can do that. Let me see. Is it in published? Alright, I won't waste your time. But you've seen I've managed to share, okay? And what did I share? I shared a link. So I got a link, okay? It generated a link for me, and as long as you have that link, okay, so that link, I'm already a signed in user to Postman. I signed in with my mail, so you'll be able to get that link, and then I do think you can generate a file because I've ever generated a file. I do think you can generate a file, but I don't want to dwell into that. Okay, so let me send again, and I see this time around I expect it to have failed and expired. Alright, so the status is failed and it has expired. Alright, so do not forget to share, like, or even comment. And then if you feel I need some juice, I've relieved you from something big, you can write to my email, and then I send you my mobile money number, you send some juice. Those of you outside Uganda, still, I don't see any problem with you supporting me, alright? If the video has helped you, you can still write to me, and then I send to you my my PayPal account, alright? And then you can, you can post something to me if these videos have helped you. Alright, so the next time we meet, I'll be creating videos now using PHP. Okay, I'll be creating using PHP, but I'll be getting the code that we're going to be doing in PHP. I'll be getting it from Postman, and then you'll see we're going to be using the local host to achieve the same things that we've been achieving. Okay, so all you need to know is who is your user, blah blah blah. So we're going to be using PHP, but then if you've already created the user using this, then there is no need to create the user again. Instead we're going to be using how to get the token, okay, and then how to make a request to pay, how to check those using native PHP and PHP curling. Alright, thank you. PHP curl, PHP curling. Thank you. Please share, comment, like these videos. Thank you so much.